Scientific study and archaeology can reveal a great deal about an ancient structure. In most cases, we are also able to determine how and when it was constructed. Not all the answers are always available to us, but sometimes we may obtain a good indication of what it was used for. All the mysteries on this list are remarkable examples of prehistoric architecture, and even though we have some knowledge of them, there are still many unanswered questions. Number 12. How a tornado originates. One of the most vexing and unsolvable issues in meteorology is this one. Tornado warnings have an average advance time of only about 13 minutes as of 2011. However, lead times have gotten worse recently, falling to 8.4 minutes between 2012 and 2020, according to reports from the Washington Post. Some possess even less caution. Adwani claims he may have continued sleeping if his phone hadn't been close by. He claims he didn't hear the city's warning sirens. Just consider this. What could you do in less than 25 minutes to get ready for destruction? Those minutes of notice were a positive development. Scientist Jeff Weber of the University Corporation for Atmospheric Research claims that tornadoes sort of came out of nowhere if you look back into the 1950s and even as late as the 1970s or 1980s. 5 minutes was the average lead time in 1990. Number 11. What makes up the majority of the universe? What constitutes the cosmos is a straightforward topic that remains surprisingly unresolved. It turns out that everything in the cosmos can hardly be explained by the stars in all of the galaxies together. In actuality, the majority of matter in the cosmos is still unexplored, unseen, and untouchable. It's called dark matter, and after decades of research, scientists are still unsure of its nature. Number 10. What inhabits the Twilight Zone of the ocean? The amount of sunshine decreases as you descend farther into the ocean, and after 200 meters or so, you arrive at what is known as the Twilight Zone. As the sunlight gradually disappears from view, so does our understanding of these deep, shadowy reaches. It's nearly simpler to characterize it based on our ignorance than on our knowledge. Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution acoustician Andone Lavery said to Vox's Bird Pinkerton. However, this area of the ocean is very significant. The Twilight Zone may contain more fish than the entire ocean, though this is not confirmed, and animals found there have a significant influence on climate regulation. Number 9. How did Venus die? The best way to characterize Venus's surface, which is the second planet from the Sun, is hellscape. Its nearly carbon dioxide-only atmosphere helps to make it the hottest planet in the solar system, with temperatures reaching 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Shafts of jagged lava flows cover a volcanic landscape blanketed in clouds of sulfuric acid, which is extremely corrosive. The most depressing fact is that the pressure on Venus' surface is almost 92 times more than what it is at Earth's sea level. However, some scientists assumed that Venus originally resembled Earth greatly, possessing an ocean of liquid water similar to the ones that sustain life on Earth. This raises a philosophical query about life on Earth. Number 8. How do you think animals will appear in the future? Even if it's hard to foresee every possible outcome for evolution, we can nevertheless make an effort. Biologists and other specialists were invited to comment by reporter Mandine Nguyen on what creatures would look like in 1,000,000 years. The question was taken seriously by the specialists. Liz Alter, an evolutionary biology professor at California State University, Monterey Bay, told Nguyen, "I do think it's a really useful and important exercise. It is important to consider how humans are already altering their surroundings when considering the factors that will influence life as we know it in the future." Number 7. Why does Alzheimer's happen? Despite decades of research, there is no extremely effective treatment for Alzheimer's disease, a neurodegenerative illness that causes dementia, nor a cure. How come? For starters, the exact etiology of the illness is still a mystery to scientists. For many years, the accepted belief has been that amyloid protein accumulations, which essentially form plaques in the brain, are the origin of Alzheimer's disease. However, Medications that aid in removing amyloid from the brain don't appear to be very effective in treating the illness. Certain scientists believe that the focus on this particular idea has overtaken research on other plausible causes of Alzheimer's disease, such as viral infections. Number 6. How clever is that stupid yellow substance called slime mold? The slime mold is a very basic yet remarkably intricate organism. They are considered to be single-celled creatures. However, a large quantity of individual slime mold cells can fuse to form an enormous mass that is, well, capable of thinking. Slime mold appears to be capable of risk-benefit analysis and can solve mazes. There's even proof that slime mold has a temporal memory. Without even a single brain cell, they can accomplish all of this. Whatever mechanism makes slime moldable to overcome these obstacles, it has developed differently from humans. Just how do they accomplish this? What does it have to say about the nature of intelligence anyway? Number 5. What is the highest age at which a person can exist? Is the first person to reach 150 years of age still living? We're not sure. In most parts of the world, the average human longevity has increased over the decades, but it's not certain if this trend will continue indefinitely. Could a person survive to be 2 centuries old? That might already be achievable with the medical and technological advancements that are being worked on. If it succeeds, though, communities will have to confront some uncomfortable concerns. Additional reading this episode was inspired by a piece written by science reporter Ferris Jabber for the New York Times Magazine titled, "How Long Can We Live?" Number 4. Are COVID-19 specific long-haul symptoms unique? Long-term COVID-19 symptoms have plagued millions of patients worldwide for weeks or months after their original infection has resolved. These long-haul symptoms, according to some scientists, are not specific to COVID. Rather, they contend that a variety of viral infections can cause persistent symptoms in patients, which are frequently underdiagnosed in the medical community. What ties together all of these persistent ailments is the question. Historically and currently, patients who become ill have high levels of symptoms similar to what long-term COVID patients have described. Megan Hosey, assistant professor at the Johns Hopkins Department of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, stated to Julia Belluz of Vox, "We simply did an awful job of recognizing and caring for them." Number 3. Why are medical professionals so ignorant of endometriosis? Similar tissue to that found inside the uterus grows elsewhere in the body in individuals with endometriosis. It's a persistent ailment that can cause excruciating discomfort. Nevertheless, there are few available treatments, and medical professionals are unsure of the exact cause. Even worse, a lot of endometriosis patients discover that medical professionals often minimize their worries. Accurate diagnosis can take years to come by, and funding for studies on the illness has been inadequate. Bird Pinkerton of Vox highlighted the aggravating nature of having a chronic illness that is frequently disregarded. One patient told Pinkerton, "It's just so soul-crushing to just live in this body day in and day out." Number 2. Why do we have butts or anuses, as the case may be? Before hearing Catherine Wu of The Atlantic explain that the appearance of the anus was momentous in animal evolution, we had no idea we wanted to answer this topic. Animals had to use the same hole for eating and excreting before the anus appeared. The anus made the system more effective and permitted the evolution of new forms and sizes for animal life on Earth. However, the evolutionary history of this organism is incomplete. Scientists are unsure of which creature evolved the anus first and when. Studying something that must be millions and millions of years old and doesn't fossilize is difficult, Wu claims. There's also the additional question of why, in comparison to other mammals, the human butt is so large. Number 1. Ball lightning. What the hell is it? Stories of enigmatic light orbs that glow, crackle, and hover menacingly during thunderstorms have been passed down for millennia. They have been observed flying, traveling through windows, and living in houses, towns, and rural places. Scientists think they are very much of this world even if they appear to be from another planet. Ball lightning is the name given to these apparitions, and they continue to be one of the planet's most enigmatic meteorological phenomena. Ball lightning rarely lasts longer than a few seconds, and its location and timing are always unpredictable. Ball lightning cannot be consistently found by hunting for it. You are hit by lightning balls. Though uncommon, many have reported seeing it. Even though scientists are unsure of its actual origin, they are still attempting to create it in their laboratory. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.